Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 10 of this unboxing, this collections unboxing. And this is a collection of kind of gimmicky books, like gimmicky in different ways. Each of them have their own gimmick. And I think you'll find them interesting. This is going to be a pretty interesting one. Mostly modern books in this collection, but it is pretty cool stuff. We're going to start out with a really great Good Girl art cover. This is a Virgin variant that was released by, I forget what the name of the company is. I got to look it up one second. I'm going to just quickly sneak a peek at the card inside because it says where it's from. Flops Productions. Okay, I just had to look that up. Basically, they put this card inside, and you can see that it's from Flops Productions. It's not, this is not the cover I'm going to show you, but this is the cover. And it was really, I had seen this off of Cali Comics. He was the guy that showed this for the first time, and I was like, wow, that is such a great cover. I have to pick it up. Sort of a Marilyn Monroe kind of detective noir look to it. I don't know if that makes sense. But just I thought it looked really great. I think both Stephen and I were watching the same broadcast where where he was showing it, and I think we both picked it up. So I thought that was kind of funny. We both got FOMO'd on this book. I just thought it was a really great cover. I mean, look at this. Isn't that awesome? I don't know anything about the book. It is purely a cover by. That happens, right? You see a cool cover. And it's just one of those, variant covers that looks really cool and, was one that I wanted to pick up. So, yeah, so I finally got a copy of this. And actually I got it for a pretty good price. Usually, for some reason, they were going for about $30 to $40, and I got it for $20. So I thought that was a pretty good deal on it. Okay, so that's the gimmick on that one. It's a weird Virgin variant. This next one, so if you're familiar with Elf, there's Elf where he's like kind of molesting a seal, and there's like a little Lulu who there's one where she's riding the tricycle, and then what's his name? The guy, Tubbsy, is kind of behind her, and he's like, it looks bad. Okay. Well, this is one with Superman where it's kind of questionable what's happening in the in the picture. Yeah, it's quite cute though. So you got this elephant. It has a bit of a smile on its face, and it's just the positioning is weird, and like you can see Superman. He's he's making some grimacing faces. Obviously, he's just picking up the elephant, but it looks a little funny. So I like these kind of innuendo covers that are a little silly. So this is Action Comics number 630. And it's, just a cute Superman cover. Kind of in line with those other ones that I mentioned. Those are all classic covers. So I thought this one was kind of cute. A little bit under the radar. This is not one most people actually think about. But I just thought it was cute. I thought the art's quite good on it too. Okay. This next one is these are more adult books. And there was actually a movie series called Flesh Gordon, where it was kind of like adult, risque, not porn or anything like that. It was just risque. Okay. Lots of, silly nudity. Like it's sort of those 90s kind of like adult humor kind of books, movies, I should say. And they made a comic book about it. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I, got the whole series. So it's just 2 books in the series. And there's like Flesh Gordon number 1. And it's sort of obviously a parody of Flash Gordon. And yeah, it's just It's a funny, actually not a bad movie. You just take it for what it is. It's silly. And then we got Flesh Gordon #2. I actually read these. They are not that great. They didn't do a good job. They're kind of, in a weird way, boring. I don't know. It's kind of sad. Lots of nudity, but not really a good story. So yeah. So it's just kind of disappointing, actually, because the actual movies, though they obviously were exploitation movies, they were actually kind of funny, and they had sort of their own humor to them. But yeah, the books didn't quite capture that. Okay, next one. This is a first appearance. I was watching a show by TM Nerdy and Biggie Shack, the immortal Biggie Shack, and they're actually nominated for Best Spec. And one of their Best Spec videos that they were doing was they were talking about different modern books that are underrated and have kind of key first appearances. So these next two books were kind of from that video. We got The New Warriors, #27. And this is the first appearance of Dark Speedball. So, kind of interesting. I like spec when it's $2. If it's a $2 thing, I figure, hey, why not? Having cool first appearances of some random characters. I like collecting first appearances anyways. For $2, I'm all in. So yeah, this is The New Warriors, #27. Probably in 20 years' time, it'll still be worth $2. But yeah, I thought that was cool. This next one actually, again, I do like my first appearances. This next one has a whole bunch of first appearances in it. This is Justice League of America, annual #2. Actually, not a bad cover with them all posing. You get to see all the characters posing there. And it's actually her first appearance, which is a Gypsy. And it's also this guy's first appearance, and that's Steel. And I think it's also his first appearance. I think this is Vibe. Okay, so these three characters' first appearances. And then it's also the first appearance of Dale Gunn. So 4 first appearances in one book. So I thought that was kind of cool. And they're on the cover too, which makes it extra special. So this is Justice League Annual #2. Kind of a cool book from I don't know. I think it's from like the 80s. So yeah. Based on the price. I'm just going based on the price. Price is like 1984. Okay, so it's actually on the cover. 1984. Okay, so kind of a cool one. And who did the cover as well? No, nobody interesting. Patton did the cover. Okay, next one was one I don't remember. I forgot who showed this one, but I thought it was a cool cover. This is Resurrection. Oh, it was on. I did a skull cover challenge, and somebody showed this one, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So it's like, if you look at it, okay, it's this giant skull, really well done skull, great skull cover, but also it has this kind of cool little hologram, and I just think that's really cool in the eye. So another $1, $2 bin kind of level book, but I thought it was really cool. So this is Resurrection Man. This is the variant. There's actually A cover and B cover. This is the variant. And it's Astonishing Man #1. Okay. I think at the same time I was randomly buying those things, I ended up randomly buying another silly book. I remember this being big back in the day. This is the Barbie Twins #1. If you're not familiar, the Barbie Twins were these. Actually, the story behind them is quite interesting. I actually saw a bio, like a biography about them, because they were super famous at the time. They were these strikingly beautiful girls, very thin girls with huge boobs. That was their claim to fame, really. They became like Playboy models. They became huge celebrities in the 90s. And they even made a comic about them because they were so popular. Okay. And so I saw this bio thing and they explained how they got their curves the way that they were because they're very disproportional. They're very thin, but they have huge boobs. It's like the weirdest thing. Well, what it is they said that they were bulimic. You know, they had this issues with eating too much and then dieting, eating too much, dieting. And what happened is their bodies became thin, but all that excess fat stayed in their bosoms. So they were very top heavy. But it worked for them. So, like, not that I'm recommending eating disorders to people. I'm not saying that at all. But it worked for them. So yeah, they were kind of messed up, but yeah, it was, they were really popular in the 90s. And I thought, oh, when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's kind of a flash from the past. So I decided to pick it up. So this is the Barbie Twins #1. Barbie Twins Adventures #1. Wow. From Topps. I guess Topps, they would just publish anything. Okay, so that's the gimmick around that one. And it says twice as many stories, twice as many thrills, twice as many everything, because they're twins, right? Okay, next one. This one was recommended by Lyle because he knows that I like infinity covers. And it was an infinity cover that I didn't have before. And I'm getting a pretty good infinity cover collection. And this is Laughing Gas #6. And it's kind of a cool one where the superhero character is coming out of the comic and punching the guy in the face. And, you know, you can see that is being repeated on the comic itself. So that's kind of a cool little infinity cover. So, yeah, so it's Laughing Gas #6. Nice little gimmick there. Now, this next gimmick is kind of an interesting one. And I actually picked up 3 books just because I wanted to have all the different variants of it. So recently, there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book that became kind of super hot. It's the very first appearance of, what's her name? Oh, what's the girl's name? April O'Neil. April O'Neil. Oh, wow. I was forgetting people's names. April O'Neil as Casey Jones. It's on the cover. Okay, so April O'Neil takes the role of being Casey Jones. She, you know, wears the costume, has the hockey stick. She basically becomes Casey Jones. Well, that book was not the first appearance of her as that character. It was just the first cover appearance of her as that character. She actually made her first appearance as that character 1 issue earlier in this book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #10. So number 11 is where she's on the cover. This is her first appearance as that character. So this is Teenage Ninja Turtles #10. Got this for less than cover price. So I was like, seems like a good spec. And then there was also a retailer incentive variant, which was done by Eastman. And here it is here. So I thought that was kind of cool. A little bit of an homage to earlier works by Eastman. So I thought that was kind of cool. So those are both from that same series, just the first appearance of that character, or her as Casey Jones. And since I got that one, I figured I would get #1 from the series as well. So, I always feel like I have to get the #1 issue from that series, any new series. So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. I'm not even sure what series they're at now. It's probably like, I don't know, 5th or 6th series. I don't know what they're at now. But yeah, so those are those ones. And one last gimmicky book. This one has a really cool cover though. Again, it was Lyle that mentioned this one to me. And it's 3D Heroes. So I just thought this was a great, very Conan-esque kind of cover. I thought it was really cool, and it's in 3D. And I made sure that it came with the glasses. That's always fun. So 3D Heroes #1. And that's it. That's from 1986, by the way. So those are the books that I picked up, each with a little gimmick. So that's the Gimmick collection on this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. There's some pretty cool books coming up in the later videos. You definitely don't want to miss those. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.